My name is Klaus Christensen from Know Your Customer, as Chris already said. Know Your Customer moves anti-money laundering and KYC procedures into the digital mobile world of the 21st century, because right now they aren't quite there. Two forces have been forever increasing in financial institutions. On the one hand, rising customer expectations all the time. On the other hand, relentlessly improved regulations, a burden of regulations really. Where these two clash, and they do nowadays very often, poor user experience is the first result, but also poor compliance outcomes. And that is a problem. Now, let's see a quick show of hands here, because I like to see this. Who here has opened a corporate bank account in the last year or so? And who here enjoyed the experience? There might be, no, there's nobody. I know. That is the problem right there. The source of the problem is a simple disconnect. On the one hand, we're living in the 21st century. We do everything on these devices. But regulations and the implementation of regulations in financial institutions holds back financial institutions to implementing onboarding workflows efficiently in a digital mobile world. Because most of these onboarding workflows are still implemented manually and even paper-based, especially for corporate. And that is something that needs to change. I mean, we can understand how we ended up here. It's very simple. Regulations have increased considerable over the last few years, and again over the last few months even. International, there's AML D4 and AML D5 in Europe, very leading, but everywhere in the world we have new regulations. On the other hand, the fines for non-compliance have risen considerably, have reached billions of dollars. This is a typical result. Don't need to read all the little boxes, but this is a typical account opening workflow, and it's based on a flawed principle. The principle is very simple. We ask our new customer for their documents, and then we don't trust the documents. In fact, our regulator asks us to verify them. And what financial institutions normally do for that is they have staff to manually procure basically a second set of the same documents again and verify they're the same. But what if we can get from there to here? And that is exactly what we do. This is a 21st century workflow that is more similar to how we work as consumers with tech companies than how we interact as consumers with financial institutions at the moment. It's straight, it's mobile, and seamless. And how do we do this? So here's product demo. We built a KYC compliance platform that replaces chasing paper documents with sourcing electronic documents from company registries directly, so for government information. This is for corporate onboarding workflow. I'll come to individuals in a second. And we further reduce manual processing, which is a lot of what is currently done in these financial institutions, by using OCR and machine learning to extract the information from those documents. That means we get ultimate beneficial ownership information for a whole structure automatically and instantly. The team in the financial institution retains control. We don't replace them, but we give them all the information in an automated way. So this is how it works. You start with just a company name and jurisdiction. The system immediately finds in a live connection to company registry, this is Hong Kong company registry, the company. You create a case, the system goes out, downloads the documents. Here's some information. The identity of the company here, the directors, controlling instances, the shareholder. There's multiple shareholders here. But not just that, not just the shareholders of this entity. This is an automatically generated structure chart in real time from live data from company registries. So you can see with one view, this is the beneficial owner that I really need to look at. Everybody in the organization is run through anti-money laundering checks, PEPs, sanctions, terrorism, and so on, automatically. And here's an example of a document. So you can show your regulator at any point in time, this is what we base the whole KYC process on. This is a real document straight from the registry. We do have a mobile app for individual customer onboarding as well. So that was corporate customer. For individual customers, we build a suite of mobile apps really that allow end customers to fill in electronic forms, then scan with the mobile phone their own ID information, their KYC document, passport, driver license, and so on, and then sign the whole onboarding with a digital signature, arriving at an electronic contract that is enforceable and extremely well protected against impersonation. So how's this better? Obviously, it's way faster. Average onboarding times for corporates, according to Thomson Reuters, are 26 days. I don't quite believe it. In my own experience, it was always longer. We can get down to 1 day by using such a system and also streamlining further other processes in the bank. It is much more customer friendly. It's digital, one-touch, mobile. And all that without any compromises in compliance. We have all the documents. We don't try to shortcut. This is the basis of who we are as Know Your Customer. Just a word about how we are different. We don't build databases of outdated information. We have live connections that check the information that minute when you want it, not outdated in months or years. Yeah, my name is Klaus Christensen. Thank you very much for your attention. We are ready to do POCs or integrations with you because the product is live. Thank you.
Thank you, Klaus.